Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we stand at a crossroads today. We look around us and we see a nation that has known both triumph and turmoil. A nation that has stood tall in the face of challenges, but also one that has known the sting of division and uncertainty. Yet today, we stand together, bound by a common purpose, ready to rise up again. Hope and restoration are the very essence of what keeps humanity moving forward, especially in times of adversity. There are moments in life, in the course of nations, and within the hearts of individuals when all seems lost, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, and when the spirit of a people may seem to falter. Yet, even in those moments, there lies a promise that the future is not sealed by the past, that the dawn can break even after the darkest of nights, and that from the ashes of defeat, the seeds of new life can grow. It is this very truth that we must cling to. There is always the possibility of hope and restoration. This truth calls us to rise again, to rebuild, and to reclaim what has been lost. The power of hope lies in its ability to transcend the present. It is a light that can guide us through the storm, a force that carries us when we feel too weak to carry ourselves. Hope is not a mere wish or an empty dream. It is a conviction, a belief that despite the hardships, there is a way forward. For a people who have endured trials and tribulations, who have faced setbacks, there is a deep, unyielding strength in the understanding that restoration is always within reach. Restoration does not happen overnight, and it may not come in the ways we expect, but it comes because hope never fails to work its way through the cracks of despair, bringing with it the possibility of renewal. As we look at our world, we see that hope is needed now more than ever. Whether it is in the lives of individuals who have faced personal tragedy, in families grappling with hardship, or in communities torn apart by division, hope is the force that holds the promise of a better tomorrow. It is the whisper in the heart that says, "You are not finished. You are not beyond repair." The return of hope is the first step in the journey toward restoration. It is the moment when we recognize that the story is not over, that the chapter we are currently living in does not define the whole of our lives or the future that is yet to unfold. Restoration begins with the realization that all is not lost. It begins when we acknowledge that we have been through difficult times, that we have fallen, but that we still have the strength to rise again. Restoration is not about erasing the past or pretending that the wounds do not exist. Rather, it is about healing, learning, and moving forward with a renewed sense of purpose. It is about taking what has been broken and making it whole again, not by ignoring the scars, but by acknowledging them and understanding that they are part of our story, part of what makes us stronger. We are all familiar with the idea of brokenness. We all know what it means to face loss, disappointment, or heartache. But we also know the power of rebuilding, of coming back from the brink, of standing tall once more. This is the essence of restoration. It is the process of reclaiming what is ours, of finding strength in the face of adversity, and of embracing the future with open arms. For a nation, restoration often comes in waves, through moments of reflection, action, and perseverance. It is not an instant change, nor is it a momentary event. It is a collective effort, a work of many hands, many hearts, many minds united for a common purpose. It is a reminder that every setback is not the end, but rather an opportunity to rebuild stronger foundations, to renew our commitments, and to forge a new path forward. Hope and restoration are intertwined because without hope, restoration cannot take root. Hope provides the soil in which the seeds of change are planted, and restoration is the fruit that grows from those seeds. Hope is the force that keeps the spirit alive. It is the belief that no matter how far we have fallen or how deep the pain may be, there is a way to rise again. Restoration is the work of rebuilding, and that work begins within the hearts of individuals. When people hold on to hope, they become agents of change in their communities. They begin to restore not just themselves, but the world around them. It is in the small acts of kindness, the rebuilding of broken relationships, and the striving for a better tomorrow that hope and restoration come to life. As people unite in hope, they are able to restore the very fabric of society, strengthening the bonds that hold them together. We must also remember that restoration is a reflection of the resilience that resides in every human being. It is the ability to endure through suffering, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to press forward despite the challenges. Resilience is not about being immune to pain or hardship. It is about having the courage to face it and keep moving. In the face of great difficulty, it is the resilient spirit that refuses to give up. Restoration is the product of this resilience, and it shows the world that no matter how great the challenge, there is always the possibility of rising again. So in our darkest moments, when we feel that all is lost, we must remember that hope is alive, restoration is possible, and no matter how many times we fall, we can always stand once more. This is the power of hope and restoration. It is the force that pushes us forward, the spark that ignites change, and the light that guides us back to the path of healing. Faith in the people is the cornerstone of any lasting change. It is not in the hands of one individual alone, nor is it the efforts of a single voice that will steer the course of a nation or a community to brighter days. Rather, it is the collective power, the unity, and the shared resolve of the people that holds the true potential to change the world. We often find ourselves looking to others for leadership, seeking solutions in the actions of those who lead us. While leadership is important, it is the people who must recognize their own strength and ability to bring about transformation. When a people believe in themselves, when they trust in their own potential, they create a force far stronger than any singular influence. The power of the people lies in their capacity to act together, to lift each other up, and to work toward the common good. It is easy to forget, in times of challenge, that change is never just a top-down process. The greatest movements in history were not born from the actions of just a few. They were fueled by the collective will of the masses, by the belief that together they could overcome any obstacle, right any wrong, and build something better. There is something sacred in the unity of a people, something powerful in their shared dreams and common purpose. When the people come together with one voice, they become an unstoppable force. It is not the loudest voice that leads. It is the collective strength of many, each person contributing their part, that creates true and lasting change. The belief in the power of the people also requires faith in their wisdom and in their ability to make decisions for the greater good. Too often there is a tendency to underestimate the people, to assume that they cannot be trusted with the responsibility of shaping their future. Yet, history shows us time and time again that the people, when given the opportunity, can rise to the occasion and make wise and just choices. The wisdom of the people is often a reflection of the collective experiences, struggles, and dreams of generations. In every heart, there is a desire for peace, for justice, for freedom, and for a better world. It is this shared wisdom that can guide the people toward the right path. Faith in the people also calls for trust in their resilience and their capacity to rebuild. There are times when the road ahead seems long, when setbacks threaten to drown out the light of hope. But it is in these moments that the true character of the people shines through. The power of the people is not measured by their successes alone, but by their ability to rise after defeat, to stand firm after being knocked down, and to continue moving forward when it seems as though the world is against them. The people are not defined by their struggles, but by their ability to overcome them. It is this resilience that is the true measure of strength. When the people come together with faith in their collective power, they become agents of change, builders of a better tomorrow. This faith in the people also requires a recognition that the work of transformation is not easy and it is not quick. It takes time, it takes effort, and it requires a commitment to stay the course even when the journey is difficult. The people must be willing to invest in their future, to work tirelessly for the changes they wish to see, and to support one another along the way. True change does not come from waiting for someone else to act. It comes from individuals and communities taking responsibility for their future and working together to create the world they want to see. The people with faith in their own power are not easily swayed by fear or doubt. They understand that the challenges they face are not insurmountable, that the struggles they encounter are temporary, and that the future is theirs to shape. When the people stand firm in their belief that they can make a difference, they become a force of nature, an unstoppable tide of change. It is this unwavering faith in the collective ability of the people that has the power to transform not only their circumstances, but the entire world. When faith in the people is nurtured, it creates an environment in which everyone can contribute. Everyone can play a part in the rebuilding process. The power of the people is not about the actions of a few. It is about the willingness of all to do their part, to show up, and to work toward a common goal. It is about recognizing that each individual has a role to play in the shaping of their future, and that no effort, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Every voice, every hand, every heart matters. The power of the people is not an abstract concept. It is a living, breathing force that comes to life when individuals come together with a shared purpose. It is the recognition that each person, regardless of their background, has something valuable to offer. When the people unite in their faith, in their belief that they can achieve great things together, they set in motion a process of change that is unstoppable. The future is shaped by the faith of the people, and when that faith is strong, there is nothing that can stand in their way. Determination is a force that has the power to move mountains, to break down walls, and to change the course of history. It is the inner drive that fuels individuals to press forward in the face of adversity, to keep going even when the path is steep and the road is long. Without determination, dreams would remain just that, dreams, unfulfilled and unattainable. It is determination that transforms the impossible into the possible, that turns challenges into opportunities, and that empowers people to rise above their circumstance. Determination is what separates those who simply wish for change from those who create it. It is the difference between staying down after a fall and getting up again, stronger than before. Life is filled with challenges, and there are moments when the weight of the world feels unbearable. It is in these moments that determination is most needed, for it is determination that helps us to press on when everything within us may be telling us to quit. It is the refusal to accept defeat, the refusal to give in to despair, that allows us to continue moving forward even when the odds seem stacked against us. It is not the absence of fear or doubt, but the courage to keep going despite them that defines determination. The power of determination is seen not in the absence of failure, but in the ability to rise again after each setback. Every success story is filled with moments of doubt, of failure, and of disappointment. But those who are determined are not defined by these setbacks. They are defined by their ability to persevere, to learn from their mistakes, and to keep moving toward their goal. Determination is about seeing the bigger picture, understanding that every step, every misstep is part of the journey. It is a recognition that success is not always immediate, and that the road to achieving something great is often winding and unpredictable. Yet the determined person refuses to be deterred by the bumps along the way. They understand that setbacks are not signs of failure, but merely steps in the process of growth and progress. It is through determination that people push through when others may falter, when others may walk away, and when others may be convinced that the task is too difficult to complete. Determination is also about believing in something greater than oneself. It is a driving force that comes from a deep sense of purpose, from the understanding that what we do matters, that our actions have the power to make a difference. Determination is rooted in the knowledge that there is a higher calling, a deeper reason for pushing forward, even when the journey is hard. It is this belief in something greater that fuels the fire of determination and keeps it burning even in the face of adversity. Those who are determined do not simply act for their own benefit. They act for the benefit of others, for the future, for the greater good. Determination is not just about personal gain, but about contributing to a cause, about being a part of something larger than oneself, and about leaving a legacy that will last long after one's efforts have ended. At its core, determination is about resilience. It is the ability to bounce back from failure, to learn from mistakes, and to continue on the path toward success. Resilience is not a trait that is given. It is a muscle that is built over time through the constant practice of pushing forward despite challenges. Each time we face a setback and choose to rise again, we build our resilience, strengthening our determination for the next challenge. It is through this cycle of struggle and recovery that we grow stronger, more capable, and more determined than before. Resilience is what allows us to face not just the small challenges of life, but the big ones as well. It is what enables us to confront the obstacles that seem insurmountable and to continue moving forward despite their size. Without resilience, we would be unable to endure the trials that come our way. Determination, combined with resilience, is the key to overcoming life's greatest challenges and achieving what many would consider impossible. The power of determination is also seen in its ability to inspire others. When people see someone determined, they are inspired to act with determination themselves. Determination is contagious. It spreads to those around us, motivating them to push forward in their own lives, to confront their own obstacles, and to reach for their own dreams. A determined person becomes a beacon of hope, a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work and perseverance. When we determine to act with strength, courage, and persistence, we not only change our own lives, but we also change the lives of those around us. We become a source of inspiration for others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. In the end, determination is not just about achieving a specific goal, but about the journey itself. It is about the growth, the lessons learned, and the strength gained through each trial and triumph. It is about becoming the kind of person who can face any challenge with courage and confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, the determination to keep going will always be there. The journey may be long and difficult, but it is the determined person who knows that no matter how many times they fall, they will always rise again. And with each rise, they grow stronger, more resilient, and more ready for whatever challenges the future may bring. New beginnings are often the breath of life in times of uncertainty and struggle. They are the opportunity to rewrite a story, to start fresh, and to embrace the possibility of change. In every individual, every community, and every nation, there comes a moment when the past must be left behind and a new path must be walked. These new beginnings are not just about wiping the slate clean. They are about understanding that every day offers a chance to reset, to refocus, and to rediscover the strength within. Too often, we become bogged down by the weight of what has been. We look back at the mistakes, the losses, and the missed opportunities, and we let them dictate our present and future. But in reality, the past does not have to define us. The opportunity for a fresh start is always available no matter the circumstances. A new beginning is not an event. It is a mindset, a choice that one makes to take the lessons learned from the past and use them as the foundation for something better. It is the understanding that where we are today does not have to be where we remain forever. The power to change lies within us, and with each new day comes the potential to create a future that is brighter, stronger, and more aligned with our true purpose. Embracing a new beginning requires courage, for it often means stepping into the unknown, leaving behind the comfort of the familiar, and taking a leap of faith into a future that cannot yet be seen. The fear of the unknown is real, and it can be overwhelming at times, but it is also what makes new beginnings so powerful. They challenge us to grow, to step beyond our limitations, and to trust that we are capable of more than we have yet realized. The first step toward a new beginning is often the hardest, but once taken, it sets in motion a journey of transformation that can lead to incredible growth. Every new beginning is an opportunity to discover more about who we are and what we are truly capable of achieving. It is in the unknown, in the uncharted territories of life, that we find our true strength. The process of starting anew can be daunting, but it is also one of the most empowering experiences one can have. It teaches us that we are not defined by our past, but by our ability to rise, to learn, and to rebuild. In every moment of change, there is the potential for growth. Each new beginning is a chance to refine ourselves, to become more resilient, more determined, and more aware of the strength that lies within. It is in the face of adversity that we often discover the depth of our inner strength. when we are forced to begin again, to start over, with nothing but our will and our determination, we tap into a power that we may never have known we had. This process of rebuilding is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The lessons we learn along the way shape us into more capable, more compassionate individuals. And while the road may be long and filled with obstacles, each step taken in the pursuit of a new beginning brings us closer to the person we were always meant to be. A new beginning also offers the chance for renewal. It is a reminder that no matter how far we have fallen or how difficult the journey has been, there is always the possibility to rise again, to begin anew, and to pursue the life we desire. Renewal is not just about changing our circumstances, it is about transforming our mindset, our attitude, and our outlook on life. When we choose to embrace a new beginning, we are not just changing what is outside of us, but we are also changing what is inside of us. The process of renewal is one of deep reflection, of letting go of what no longer serves us, and of opening ourselves up to new possibilities. It is about shedding the old, the broken, and the limiting beliefs that have held us back, and stepping into a new version of ourselves, one that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true purpose. This is the essence of renewal, the willingness to change, to grow, and to embrace the fullness of life that lies ahead. New beginnings are also a reminder that the past does not have to be an obstacle to the future. It is easy to get caught up in regret, to look back and wonder what could have been. But in reality, the past is only a stepping stone toward the future. It is what has brought us to this moment, and it has equipped us with the tools we need to move forward. Each new beginning builds upon the experiences we have had, the lessons we have learned, and the strength we have gained. Rather than seeing the past as something to be ashamed of or regret, we should see it as the foundation for a brighter future. It is the raw material from which we can build the life we desire. Every failure, every setback, every disappointment has the potential to serve as a catalyst for growth and transformation. It is up to us to decide how we will use those experiences, as barriers that hold us back, or as stepping stones that propel us forward. The beauty of new beginnings lies in their boundless potential. No matter where we are in life, no matter how much time has passed, or how many mistakes we have made, there is always a chance to begin again. Every day is a fresh start, an opportunity to create a new chapter in the story of our lives. The choice to begin anew is always within our reach, and it is never too late to take that step. The power of new beginnings is that they remind us of the infinite possibilities that lie ahead, of the fact that we are never bound by our past, and that the future is always waiting for us to step into it. With each new beginning, we are given the chance to redefine who we are, to rewrite our story, and to live a life that reflects our true purpose and potential. Courage is the strength that pushes us to face our fears and to act despite the uncertainty of the unknown. It is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward in spite of it. Courage is a force that propels us to step beyond the comfort zones we create for ourselves, to walk into the places where we feel most vulnerable, and to pursue the dreams that seem impossible. Courage is what allows us to take risks, to challenge the status quo, and to confront the obstacles that stand in our way. It is not always loud or dramatic. Often it is a quiet determination, a steady resolve to keep going when everything else around us seems to be falling apart. In every great achievement, in every breakthrough, there has been a moment when someone has chosen to act with courage, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to rise above their fears. Courage is what allows us to move forward when the path is unclear, to trust that the next step will lead us toward a better future, even when we cannot yet see the destination. At the heart of courage is the understanding that fear is natural and that it will always be a part of the human experience. No one is immune to fear, whether it is the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the fear of the unknown. The difference between those who achieve great things and those who do not is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Courage is the decision to move through fear, not to let it dictate your actions or define your potential. When we are afraid, it is easy to stop, to hesitate, and to avoid the risks that could lead to great rewards. But it is in those moments of fear that courage must rise up and take us forward. Courage is the voice inside us that says, keep going even when it's hard. Keep going even when you don't know how it will turn out. It is the belief that something greater is possible even when the path is uncertain. And it is this belief that gives us the strength to continue on. Courage is also what allows us to confront our own limitations and to push past them. It is easy to accept the status quo, to settle for what is comfortable, and to allow ourselves to be defined by our fears and insecurities. But courage calls us to look beyond our current circumstances and to envision what is possible. It challenges us to break free from the boundaries we have set for ourselves, to push past our own limitations, and to take on challenges that we never thought we could face. Courage is not about being fearless. It is about being willing to face the things that scare us and to move forward despite them. The greatest achievements are often the result of individuals who dared to push themselves beyond what they thought was possible, who took the first step towards something unknown, and who trusted that their courage would carry them through. It is through courage that we are able to expand our horizons, to explore new territories, and to become more than we ever imagined we could be. In times of difficulty and hardship, courage is what enables us to endure. Life is full of challenges, and there will be times when the road ahead seems long and the obstacles seem insurmountable. In these moments, it is easy to give up, to surrender to the weight of the struggle, and to believe that the challenges are too great to overcome. But it is in these very moments that courage becomes most important. It is the courage to keep going when every part of you wants to stop. The courage to keep fighting when it feels like the odds are against you. Courage is what helps us find strength we didn't know we had, to rise above our circumstances, and to keep moving forward. It is in times of struggle that courage is tested, and it is through that testing that we discover our true strength. The courage to endure in the face of difficulty is often the key to overcoming it. When we refuse to give in to despair, when we continue to stand firm and press on despite the challenges, we create the conditions for breakthrough and victory. Courage is also what empowers us to act when others may remain silent. In a world that can often seem indifferent to injustice, it is courage that compels us to stand up for what is right, to speak out when something needs to be said, and to take action when others are afraid to do so. Courage is what drives us to make a difference, to challenge the systems that perpetuate inequality, and to fight for a better future, even when the odds seem overwhelming. It is the courage to be a voice for the voiceless, to stand firm in the face of opposition, and to stand up for what we believe in. In every great movement for change, there has been a moment when someone or many chose to act with courage, to push forward against the tide of fear, and to fight for a cause greater than themselves. Without courage, nothing would change, and no injustice would be righted. It is courage that drives the pursuit of justice, equality, and truth, even when those in power seek to silence it. True courage is also about taking responsibility for our own actions and the impact they have on others. It is the courage to own our mistakes, to admit when we have been wrong, and to make things right. Courage is not just about facing external challenges. It is about looking within and being willing to confront our own weaknesses, shortcomings, and fears. It is the willingness to grow, to change, and to become better. When we take responsibility for our actions and our choices, we free ourselves from the chains of guilt and regret, and we allow ourselves to move forward with a clear conscience and a sense of purpose. Courage is what gives us the strength to make amends, to apologize when necessary, and to move forward with integrity. Courage is not something that is only needed in extraordinary moments. It is something that we need every day. It is the courage to face the ordinary challenges of life, the courage to confront our fears and the small things, and the courage to continue moving forward when life gets tough. It is the daily act of choosing to keep going, to trust in ourselves, and to have faith that with courage, we can overcome anything that comes our way. The power of hope is one of the greatest forces in the world. It is the fuel that drives us through the darkest of times, the light that guides us when everything else seems lost. Hope is not just a passive wish for things to improve, but an active force that propels us forward even when the circumstances suggest otherwise. It is the belief that something better is possible even when the present seems filled with challenges. Hope is what enables us to see beyond the immediate struggles and to envision a future that is brighter, more peaceful, and filled with opportunity. It is the foundation upon which resilience is built, the belief that no matter how difficult life becomes, there is always the possibility for transformation. In times of uncertainty and difficulty, it is hope that reminds us that there is a way forward. It teaches us that no matter how much we have lost, how much we have been hurt, or how far we have fallen, there is always the potential for a fresh start. The power of hope lies in its ability to keep us moving forward, to prevent us from giving in to despair, and to inspire us to take the steps necessary to create the future we desire. Hope is not an illusion or a denial of reality. It is a deep understanding that, even in the face of hardship, there is always the potential for positive change. It allows us to acknowledge our current struggles while still believing in a better future. Hope does not ignore the difficulties of life, but it empowers us to confront them with strength and resolve. It gives us the courage to keep fighting when everything around us seems bleak. When we are filled with hope, we see opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. Hope helps us to reframe our challenges, to view them not as insurmountable barriers, but as temporary setbacks on the road to a better tomorrow. It is the ability to see beyond the present, to look ahead with optimism, and to believe that, in time, things will improve. Hope is also a powerful unifying force. It has the ability to bring people together, to inspire collective action, and to create a shared vision for a better future. When hope is shared, it multiplies, spreading from one individual to another and creating a collective belief that change is possible. This shared hope can unite communities, cities, and even entire nations. It encourages individuals to work together to support one another and to combine their efforts toward common goals. Hope brings people into a space where they can believe in each other and in the collective strength of their unity. When hope is present, individuals are more likely to collaborate, to support one another, and to work toward a future that benefits everyone. It transforms a group of people into a powerful force for positive change. Hope also empowers us to act. It is not enough to simply wish for a better future. Hope calls us to take action, to make choices that align with our dreams and desires. Hope drives us to invest in the future, to put in the work and effort necessary to bring about change. It is the motivation behind every small step taken toward a larger goal. The determination to keep going even when the journey seems long and arduous. Without hope, we would be left with only a sense of futility, a feeling that nothing we do matters. But hope inspires us to believe that our actions make a difference, that each step we take brings us closer to the future we envision. When hope is present, it compels us to take responsibility for our own lives and the impact we have on the world around us. It pushes us to act in ways that not only benefit ourselves, but also contribute to the greater good. Hope is a belief in the possibility of change, and with it comes the recognition that we are not bound by our current circumstances. It is the conviction that no matter where we are in life, we can improve, we can evolve, and we can grow. Hope does not come from the assurance that everything will be perfect, but from the knowledge that improvement is always within reach. It gives us the strength to endure the struggles and setbacks, knowing that in time we can emerge stronger and wiser. Hope is what enables us to see the potential in every person and every situation, to believe that growth and transformation are always possible, even in the most difficult of times. It is this belief that drives us to take action, to push forward when things seem impossible, and to continue striving for a better tomorrow. Hope is a powerful emotional force. It is deeply intertwined with our sense of purpose and our connection to others. When we feel hopeful, we feel energized, motivated, and optimistic about what lies ahead. Hope gives us the emotional strength to face challenges with courage, to take risks that will lead us to growth, and to continue moving forward when we might otherwise feel defeated. It helps us maintain a positive attitude even in the face of adversity, and it allows us to find meaning in the struggles we face. Hope is what keeps our spirits alive when we are surrounded by darkness. It is the spark that ignites the fire of resilience, the belief that we can rise above our circumstances and that better days are ahead. Without hope, we would be unable to see the possibilities that exist beyond our present difficulties. One of the most important aspects of hope is its ability to inspire faith. Hope calls us to trust in the future, to believe that the efforts we make today will yield fruit in the days to come. It asks us to trust that things will get better, even when we do not have all the answers or when the road ahead seems unclear. Hope encourages us to step out in faith, to take risks, and to invest in the future without knowing exactly what the outcome will be. It helps us to trust in the process, to believe that the work we are doing today is building toward a better tomorrow. Hope calls us to be patient, to wait for the results of our efforts, and to continue moving forward, even when the immediate outcomes are not yet visible. Hope is the driving force behind every positive change in the world. It is the light in the darkness, the strength in adversity, and the belief in possibility. It empowers us to rise above our current circumstances, to keep moving forward when things seem bleak, and to pursue our dreams with faith and determination. Hope is a gift that we can give to ourselves and to others, a force that can transform lives, communities, and nations. When hope is alive in our hearts, we are able to see the world through a lens of possibility, to believe in the good that can come from our actions, and to trust that a better future is always within our reach. In closing, let us remember that the power of hope, courage, and new beginnings lies within each of us. When we face challenges, it is hope that guides us, courage that empowers us, and the promise of fresh starts that drives us forward. Our future is not defined by our past, but by the choices we make today. With each step, we move closer to the possibility of a better tomorrow. Let us embrace the opportunity for change, trust in our strength, and walk confidently into the future, knowing that together, anything is possible.